Dear students and fellow candidates, today we have gathered here one last time before the first round of elections. We, the After Party, will not discuss any of our plans today, as we have already mentioned them multiple times, but we would like to remind you all one last time what our party stands for. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of expression, freedom of press, and freedom of opinion are all essential when ruling in a democratic state. Listening to the voices of the citizens is key to keeping your people happy. From the personal polls that we have held in the last couple of weeks, we have heard from representative citizens that they worry the most about their safety and the constant threat of terrorism. Fear has spread quickly because of the Islamic State and the acts of violence that they use to project a constant state of fear among the people. Still, the actual threat of a terroristic attack by the Islamic State where we live is very small. However, in the past 2 weeks, 98 terroristic attacks have been made globally. I wonder how many of these you have heard of. 1? 2 perhaps? The one that immediately caught the most attention of the Western media was the shooting in the gay club Pulse in Orlando, Florida. Not only because an Islamic man was behind the gun and IS immediately claimed the attack, but also because it was not just an attack to cause fear, but an act of hate against homosexuals. In the past days, millions have shown their support to the LGBT community, which is very important now as they probably feel scared and unsafe. However, it is not important to forget. It is important not to forget that 2 weeks from now, many gay, lesbian, bisexual people still feel unsafe due to the homophobia that lingers at all times. The After Party is of the opinion that support for minority groups is important at all times, no matter if they appear in the news, no matter if it becomes popular to support them. Now let's look at the other 97 attacks. Another was in Paris, France. A man stabbed his next door neighbor, and this attack too was claimed by IS. Out of the other 96, most of them happened in Iraq and Afghanistan, as part of the wars that are going on there. Hundreds have died, and another 100 have been wounded from these attacks, and media report nothing. We deserve to know, and it is an insult to the memory of all those who have passed away, not to do anything about this. Our modern society is so focused on the West that we forget about the wars going on in the Middle East, unless they move too close to us. In order to relieve the fear that has grasped our nation, we need to handle the terrible things that are happening in the East. Not only that, but for the last time, we need equality. It is beyond unfair that some things get loads of media attention, but nobody says a thing when 400 soldiers fighting in the Iraqi civil war are found dead. All for tolerance, equality, respect. If we can establish a state where these are the pillars of society, we can spread this to other countries where it is needed even more. It can start with an act of kindness, but it needs to grow out to a way of life. No longer a society where freedom of speech is used as an excuse to say racist things. No longer a society where freedom of opinion is forming horrible, prejudiced beliefs about fellow humans. Accepting others and living harmoniously must become reality at some point in time. I and the rest of the After Party would like to thank you for your time and the opportunity to stand here. We will see you at the election.